what's going on, guys? This is Miss, and I'm actually going to be looking at the OCG metagame breakdown. So it's something that I've never been doing in the past, but I might actually start doing it depending on if you guys are interested. So if this video gets like no views, then obviously I'll stop, but hopefully you guys are interested. And first thing that you see is actually Virtual World being the best deck in the OCG, which is very representative of what's going on in the TCG, because right now, I think the LCS or something, 7 out of the top 16 spots were Virtual World, which is insanity. Eldritch is also super at the top, and it's funny because I feel like I was right all along. The best version of Eldritch was always the control version with like Dragma Punishment, no other Dragma monsters, no synchron combo garbage. It doesn't even make your deck any better, it just makes it more win-mori. And third best deck is actually Dragma Invoked. Oh, that's weird, because I guess Pot of Disparity is a card that they kind of enjoy, because the deck actually kind of suffers from inconsistency issues. You can draw between too many invoked cards or too many Dragma cards, but without any invoked cards. So it's kind of like it's not a combo deck, but it's a deck that does involve you to draw very specific cards for you to be able to play. Shaddoll is actually a deck that I personally love a lot. I think I would honestly believe that Shaddoll would probably be the third or second best deck in the game. It really is insane, but it does have horrible Eldritch matchup, and I don't know how good the Virtual... No, of course it's really good against Virtual World. They absolutely cannot out Shaddoll Winda, and on top of that, I think you should be able to grind through their board going second. Depends on how you build your deck, but yeah. The fourth best deck, wait, hold on. Fifth best deck, sorry. Danger, Dark World, Tempest, Magician, FTK. What the freak is this? Have I been sleeping under a rock? Is my name Patrick or something? If your name is Patrick, you're awesome. But yeah, the Dark World, Danger, Tempest, FTK. We don't have Tempest, Magician, in the TCG. It's banned. Thank the Lord, by the way. Thank you so much, Konami, for actually banning this card. Otherwise, Pendulums would have been good for no reason, because it's actually not that hard to get, like, I don't know, 16 spell counters or something. It's really not that bad, especially if you're doing a Pendulum Turbo. So, yeah. And Prank Kids, you know, makes sense. Every card in your deck is a one-card combo, kind of. Spiral, I have no freaking clue why this is good. Thunder Dragon, 2 of them are Chaos Thunder. Now, this is not what you are actually used to see, because I'm pretty sure LP is banned, so it's actually cards, you know, like Chaos Space, and they still have Super Bolt at 1, though. We have 0 Super Bolt, just funny because we still have, like, both of us have Nemesis Corridor, and pretty sure that was the main reason why, you know, Super Bolt was banned, but who cares. And 1 regular Thunder Dragon, 3 Zodiac, of course. And the TCG, it's significantly better, though. 2 Beast. Oh, that's Tri-Brigade. Okay, pure Tri-Brigade. I don't know. I don't like it. Dragon Maid, don't sleep on Dragon Maid. The deck is definitely very good in a slow format, or in a format that is just luck depending anyways, like this one. You know, if you play literally anything in Yu-Gi-Oh!, if you play a lot of hand traps and you draw them with the good portion of your deck, you're always gonna win. It doesn't matter if your deck is good or bad. If you get lucky in Yu-Gi-Oh!, you always win, so yeah. Well, kind of, most of the time, yeah. Orchest, I hate this deck in the TCG, but in the OCG it's shockingly insane. It's almost at full power. Yeah, I mean, it's basically at full power. Yeah, it does have it has a Harp Horror, which is basically insane. So it can summon Mech Knight Orchest Girsu, which gets your engine started. Yeah. 1 Dragma Dinosaur, okay. 1 Drytron, you sure? Fluffle, alright. Megalith Ftk, I didn't know there was an FTK for that. Numeron, is that the pure Numeron? Pure. The OTK Numeron, go second, I kill you. I don't like it at all. It's like a one-trick pony. You can easily kind of play around it in like 2 seconds. Mythical Beast Endymion, sure. I don't really like Pendulums at all. Phantom Knight. That's sad. I really thought that Phantom Knight we were going to see more play, but to be fair, they are an extremely fragile deck. Yeah, sure, they're powerful, and their combos are sick. They make a lot of negates, but not only are they really bad against interruptions, but on top of that, they make no spell and trap negates unless you really enjoy having no consistency in your deck and you like making Kali Yuga or Dragoon. But Dragoon is just a matter of time before it gets banned in the TCG, even though it's technically not as good in the TCG as it was in the OCG, like at its prime, but that doesn't mean the Dragoon is a healthy card. That makes absolutely no sense. That's kind of like saying, you know, like, I don't know, not Exodia, Zodiac FTK, but, you know, it's, yeah, whatever. You know, when freaking Terratop or Barrage is a 1-card FTK. You know, there is like a problem somewhere that you kind of have to fix. And yeah, sure, the deck itself is not super... I don't know, it's not like a real threat, but it's still like there you shouldn't have access to all of that. And yeah, 1 Brandish, I don't understand why it's that low on the list. It's kind of good with like Engage and stuff. Zephyra, Zodiac, Tri-Brigade, whatever. Alright, let's take a look at the Virtual World deck. First of all, I'm actually going to update my own version of Virtual World. We do not have Crossout Designator. I was going to say Nobleman of Crossout LMAO. That card sucks, even against Subterror, by the way. It sucks. Read Nobleman of Crossout very carefully, and you're going to understand why it sucks completely against Subterrors. Does nothing at all. It's not their kryptonite. But yeah, just of course they're always playing 3 of every single Virtual World monster. I don't know why some people actually told me to cut Nyan Nyan to 2 and Gigi, I think, to 2. Sorry, that's Nyan Nyan. I was pointing at Lulu. Their names make no sense. This is Lily. This is Gigi or Jaja or Juju or something garbage. Nyan Nyan, Lao Lao, and Lulu. And this is Maxi. This is not a Virtual World monster. And this is a card that I hope to God rots in the banned list forever. If it ever comes back, you know what? I might actually... No, not I might actually. I will 100% make a video. Should Maxi come back? Make like a video for like... Yes, it should come back, and make a video for no, it shouldn't. And give all of my... not really opinions, because I don't really like the word opinion when you're talking about like the ban list. Because opinions translate to wish list, whereas ban list is actually the state of the game, how healthy a card is, and opinions never really matter at the end of the day for that. So yeah, but yeah, 2 Maxi, of course, 3 Ash. 3, really good card. It actually activates Chooch or King Long, or this card, which I think is a Monster Reborn, really nasty, but on the field it doesn't really have a good effect, whereas this is actually really good. And this, on the field, it doesn't have the best effect. It negates a face-up monster effect until the end phase by banishing a Virtual World monster from your graveyard, but you really want it in the grave. And it's easy to send with the to the grave because all of your 12 Virtual World monsters here, they have an effect where you can special summon them from the hand by targeting a Virtual World card on your field. Send 1 card type from like Virtual World from your deck to the grave with a different card type, and then, you know, yeah. So it's cool, but whatever. 3 Desires, you know, I definitely should be playing 3 Desires. I didn't know that Nyan Nyan, when it is banished, it actually shuffles back any of your banished. For some reason, I was just stupid, and I thought it had to banish like a shuffle back, sorry, a face-up banish, but no. That is not the case, so Desire is actually shockingly not even that bad with Nyan Nyan. It's kind of cool, honestly. And you kind of have like an infinite loop going on with Chooch, Nyan Nyan, and... yeah, I mean, you can literally Desires twice in that deck, because you get back your resources to your deck, and with a... is this GG? Yeah, you get your end phase Skarm from your graveyard, which makes a lot of sense, LMAO, in the form of Lao Lao more often, because that's the Monster Reborn, which is kind of nasty. Lily, I don't even know how much I like it, and of course Lulu is nasty, it searches from your deck to your hand. And this guy decided to be crazy and main deck Harpy's Feather Duster, which makes a lot of sense. And by the way, they have 2 emergency teleports. But yeah, the reason why they main deck Harpy's Feather Duster is because Eldritch is their main competitor right now. Unless we're talking about the mirror match. But even in the mirror, it's pretty good. You can use it to get rid of Chooch and all of their, you know, face down Call of the Haunteds, Nobleman, I mean, no, Designator. But they can chain Crossout Designator to banish Harpy's Feather Duster. So if every single deck in the game is identical card for card, it's never really gonna work because this card is going to be tier 0. This is why you need to make your deck kind of unique in a way and always different from other people, so they catches them off guard. You can use more targets with this, or they just, you know, if they have, for example, Harpy's Feather Duster, you Lightning Storm them and they're like, oh shit, I didn't know that. I couldn't play around that. And yeah, I mean, your main priority really is using thingy on VFD, is getting rid of VFD, but I don't really know like a good way of doing that. You can hold Gamma until they use VFD on your turn, but I don't know, honestly. And yeah, by the way, what they actually said here is that virtual world deck has been largely figured out, and there are honestly only like one or two flex spots in the main deck. So what that means is that everyone pretty much in the entire world agrees that there is like a staple of 37 or 38 cards in the deck, and you can only really debate between two cards. So obviously, if Maxi is a 2, you're going to be playing 2 Maxi. If Ash is a 3, you are going to be playing 3 Ash, and the reason for that is because if you're going first and you get Maxi, you can Ash the Maxi. Other hand traps, I just feel like they suck. I wouldn't even play hand traps. These are kind of like the exception to the rule, and this is why Ash was very, very good in the OCG. I mean, it still is, whereas in the TCG, it's just a hand trap. That's it. But in the OCG, it's more than just a hand trap. It's a hand trap and a call by the grave for Maxi. So that's kind of huge. You can technically also droll your opponent, but I don't think that makes any sense. I wouldn't do that. It also drolls you, so yeah, if you have to do it too early, your Lulu won't be able to search, your King Long won't be able to search, and not only that, but also against your opponent, I just feel like Droll doesn't really do anything. If you Droll a virtual world mirror match, it just does nothing, so I don't know. But yeah, this is very Cancer, just the simple fact that people agree that most of the deck is, you know, stapley. It is 100% proof that Konami will definitely hit this deck ridiculously hard, and the reason for that is because the main reason why a lot of cards were banned back in the days like 2004, 2005, 2006 is because Konami was just getting sick and tired of everyone playing the exact same like 25 cards in their deck, or sometimes even more than that, and then there was just like a tiny bit of innovation. You just play a few different cards, but sometimes only like 3 cards were different, so everyone in the world were playing the exact same thing, and it was just, you were getting away from the base concept of Yu-Gi-Oh, which is deck building and being able to craft your own deck to kind of personalize, I guess, your strategy in a way, but this is just kind of sad. So yeah, those are just my 2 cents, and also Konami's 2 cents probably on that. Well, unless they changed their policy since, you know, 2005 or something. But yeah, hopefully they didn't, and they will actually destroy this deck, because this is just an unhealthy thing for the game, when every card in a deck is like the exact same for everyone. But yeah, the extra deck, of course, nothing too special here. One thing that I kind of want to say is the fact that when you make a rank 6, this guy, you can use its effect and still make a Negalogia with 2 materials, and the reason for that is because you can go into, Constellar Ptolemy M7. Wait, that would actually have to be on something else, no? Okay, maybe I'm missing something, but yeah, you can generally just put M7 on top of a monster, and then put Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Dragon, and then it battles, and Gaia Charger, the Thunder Dragon, and then it battles, and then you summon Negalogia, and you just have a bunch of materials. So I've seen people have like a Negalogia for like 4 or 5 materials in this deck, so which is funny because it's not Zodiac, but you still have a fat Negalogia. Yeah, anyways, Eldritch is the next one. What is the first thing that you notice is that there is just no normal summons, and also another cringe thing. There's like a random Lancia. I don't like this. I just think it's really sketch because it's not even like you had cross-out Designator, so this just looks like really, really weird unless I'm missing something, but I don't know. Of course, 3 Golden Castle of Eldritch, 3 Black Awakening, no White Fate, and the reason for that is because I guess they are probably just not as scared as to Call by the Grave anymore. The main reason why people were playing White Fate in the first place was just to counter that, so if people aren't really playing that, you might as well just play the card that is the starter. Reasoning is very risky. I don't like this. You might actually mail too much, because this deck doesn't recycle back from the graveyard to your deck, so shockingly enough, if you mail way too much with Reasoning, you lose. It actually can happen. I have seen someone deck out to 5 cards in Eldritch, and he had a stacked graveyard, but it doesn't do anything because you can only get like 2 cards, and then after that, you're done for. You have nothing anymore. You only have your Eldritch as a win condition, so yeah. I don't know about that. And also he's playing Pot of Extravagance and Pot of Disparity, which they actually conflict because Pot of Extravagance has to be used first. And then you have to... Wait, hold on. Do they actually conflict? I'm pretty sure they do conflict because this actually prevents you from drawing the turn it is used. So yeah, they do actually conflict. I guess he's banking on the fact that he won't draw this off of Extravagance or won't draw both in the opening hand, because if you excavate Extravagance with Disparity, you just won't get it, right? You would just get another card. But I feel like getting the... No, I would actually go for volume, quantity over quality. that's the best way to actually compare both cards. Probably gonna make another discussion video about, you know, which one is the best, quality of disparity or quantity of extravagance, because depending on the context, disparity is actually the better one. But yeah, and of course everything else here kind of makes sense. 2 Aquaria, I don't like this, but whatever. 2 this, I think 1 is enough since the new trap rule is actually a thing now, but I guess 2 actually also makes sense, to be fair, and he's playing Reasoning, so yeah. Not playing Kree Bandit, even in the side deck, which I guess, okay, whatever, but yeah. Judgment, I hate this card. Mistake, I also hate this card, but I mean, everyone and their mother searches. King Long searches, Lulu searches, and other deck searches, so I guess it's decent. Summon Limit is actually what they talked about here, because if you flip Summon Limit against Virtual World, they 100% cannot play the game whatsoever. And yeah, Imperial Order, Torrential Tribute, this is nasty, this is so good! They reveal like a Virtual World monster from the hand, and then you go like Trap Trick into Torrential, and then Torrential them. You can't do that, but he's not playing Trap Trick, so yeah. I mean, you can't really play Trap Trick in a deck that plays 65 billion traps, because it can make you in a really sketchy position where you have to use Trap Trick too early, but then all of your other traps are locked down because you're locked under 1 trap only, so yeah, it's bait. And the extra deck, of course, just everything here makes sense, except he's not playing Dragma Punishment. I don't really like this as well. I feel like Dragma Punishment will probably be a tiny bit better than... well, Judgment for sure. Judgment is a really bad card. But yeah, whatever. Judgment maybe in the side deck, but game 1, you're rarely getting Duster or Lightning Stormed. And there is nothing else to negate, and obviously going second is garbage, so yeah, whatever. Dragma Invoked, Pot of Disparity, of course, it's the new card that people really play, but some guy actually still choose to play Spellbook of Knowledge, which I don't like. It's a bad draw too, whereas Disparity is a very good Excavate 3 to 6. It's like a better Pot of Duality. Yeah, 2 Fleur de Lis, I don't like this. 1 Maximus Dragma, this is alright. 3, Ecclesia, of course, blah, everything else makes sense. This time, the Lancia makes a bit more sense because he's playing Cross-Out Designator, so if he gets Lancia'd, he can cross out into Lancia, which is definitely good. 3 Maxi, okay, Maxi is actually a 3. This guy actually played only 2. Oh, wow, I wasn't even paying attention. Interesting, okay. 3 Ash, 1 Random Bell. I guess because he loses to Bell? What is there? No, he doesn't even lose to Bell. Why is he playing Bell? You're only playing the hand shops that beat you. So, I don't like this. I don't think... I mean, DD Crew is just better than Bell, right? Is it? I'm gonna make another video on that. Ha ha ha! Hey, but yeah, 3 Magical Meltdown, of course, but only 2 Invocation. 2 Nadir because he cannot play 3. It's semi-limited now. And then, okay, sure, he went for the 2-2. Called by the Grave might actually be a 2. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure. And then, yeah, 1 Cyclone and 1 Duster. He wants the variety for the Cross-Out Designator, because if he gets Cycloned on the Meltdown, he's screwed if he doesn't go for Nobleman. So, by the way, this is like another reason, I guess, where MST could be good, is if you are scared of your opponent being able to Cross-Out Designator for Cosmic, nobody plays MST, so you can just MST them and they actually lose their resource, but... it's just way too thinking ahead and not necessarily logical thinking. But yeah, in conclusion, these 3 decks are the decks to beat, not only in the OCG, but honestly probably in the TCG as well, except for this one. And considering the fact that Dragon Link is still a thing and Chernobyl is still a thing, Dinosaur is still a thing, we definitely have to worry about way more than just Eldritch and Virtual World. So very aggressive formats, and can't really breathe too well, but you know, eventually we're gonna have a nice ban list and things are going to go a little bit better. But yeah, that's basically it for this review on the OCG metagame breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you do, leave a comment, like, subscribe, blah blah blah. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.